The sky remained heavy and overcast, an emotional mirror of Olivia's deepening resolve. Not far off, her private jet, a gleaming white Gulfstream worth tens of millions, waited on the tarmac. As she approached the boarding stairs, a flight attendant in a crisp, pristine uniform stepped forward, a rigid barrier to the entrance. This was Emma Roberts, the head attendant, a woman renowned for her keen, judgmental eye and sizing up wealth, whose pride was seconds away from plunging her into the worst mistake of her career. Emma surveyed Olivia from head to toe with blatant, proprietorial disdain. Olivia paused, reaching for her documents, but Emma cut her off before she could speak. "Sorry, but this is a private jet. You're not allowed to board." The blunt, contemptuous rejection hit Olivia like a physical shock, yet she maintained a preternatural calm. "I know exactly where I am. I'm a passenger on this flight and I have all the proper paperwork." Emma delivered a mocking half-smile, her tone dripping with corrosive challenge. Her gaze swept over Olivia's slightly damp attire and understated elegant heels before settling on the face of the black woman before her. Emma was accustomed to serving wealthy clientele who perfectly fit her narrow, ingrained stereotype, and Olivia clearly violated every one of them. "Honestly," Emma said coldly, "you don't look like the kind of passenger we normally serve. Are you sure you're not supposed to be over at the commercial terminal? It's about a mile the other way." The barbed words cut deep, an intended humiliation, yet Olivia remained astonishingly calm, once again extending her boarding pass. "I suggest you verify my information thoroughly before making any judgments." Emma didn't even glance at the paper. Instead, she sneered with greater condescension, her voice loud enough to echo across the tarmac apron. "Do you know how much it costs to fly on this jet? A trip like this doesn't go for less than $75,000. I don't think that's a price most people, especially someone who looks like you, can afford." Her words drew the attention of nearby ground staff. A few glanced over, then quickly looked away, unwilling to get involved. Captain Richard Davis, visible in the cockpit just yards away, noticed the commotion but chose to turn his back, telling himself it wasn't his problem. Emma, emboldened by the silent capitulation around her, raised her voice further. "Security! We have an unauthorized person attempting to board a private aircraft. We need support right away." At Emma's call, Jason Miller rushed over from the lounge, ready to back his colleague. He looked at Olivia with triumphant, shared authority. "You need to leave immediately, ma'am. This area is restricted to eligible passengers." "I am an eligible passenger," Olivia replied evenly, her gaze unwavering. "Please check the passenger manifest." But Emma had reached the limit of her wounded pride, which now refused to concede any possibility of error. She held up a hand to silence Olivia with icy finality. "I don't need to check anything else. I've seen all kinds of people try to sneak onto this jet, and believe me, I know who our real customers are. Unfortunately, you're not one of them." At those words, the apron fell silent, a deathly hush descending. Olivia didn't flinch. She stared at Emma with a frightful calm, though underneath burned an unbreakable, cold resolve. "Are you absolutely certain?" Olivia asked softly. It was not an ordinary question, but her final, terrifying chance to warn Emma before the real corporate storm hit. "I'm 100% certain," Emma shot back, brimming with contempt, unaware that her arrogance was about to plunge her into an irreversible abyss.